Hey, what's up guys? It's me, and today I'm going to weigh in on the whole YouTube heroes thing. People have been asking me to do this, and I just think it is such nonsense that people are freaking out about this. It is the most unjustified outrage ever. So in this video, I'm not just gonna say that YouTube heroes isn't bad, but actually tell you why I think YouTube heroes is good. I'm gonna go through a lot of the points that I see people making about why they think this is the worst thing ever, and show you why a lot of these reasons are just misled. People are just completely wrong, and they're freaking out about nothing. So I'm gonna go over that and explain that today. So why don't we start off with the whole flagging thing? That seems to be the big issue that people are worried about. Oh, mass flagging and all these heroes, they'll be able to take down whatever videos they want. Meanwhile, this is a ridiculous, overblown narrative that I don't know where it came from. People are completely wrong. They seem to think that the YouTube heroes are gonna have these magical special powers to remove videos, which is not the case at all. And I actually have a very unique perspective from this because I myself am a trusted flagger. I have been for about a year. So I can tell you that a lot of this outrage about, oh, these trusted flaggers are gonna ruin YouTube, that's not the case because I know a lot of these people personally, and they are not the social justice warriors that you think they are. Now, I'm gonna address basically all the issues, but why don't we start off with the first question? Basically, what is stopping the YouTube heroes from just flagging anything they don't like? Well, the truth is that nothing is stopping anyone from flagging anything. If you're a YouTube hero, you can flag a video incorrectly, and just like any user on YouTube, even if someone's not logged in, they can flag a video if they don't like it, and yet the result is the same. All flags are reviewed by a real person at YouTube. So whether you're a YouTube hero, whether you're some random guy logging in for the first time onto YouTube, your flag is gonna get reviewed. Whether it's one flag or 100 flags, it's just gonna get popped up on someone's screen, I guess, and they're gonna look at it, they're gonna make a decision whether or not it violates a guideline. If it does, they'll take it down. If it doesn't, then it will stay up. It doesn't matter who flagged it. This kind of ties in with the next thing. People saying, oh, these super flaggers are just gonna take down every video. No, they're not. Like I just said, a flag from a trusted flagger or a YouTube hero has no bearing on whether the video is gonna get taken down or not. It has no priority besides maybe being pushed up in the queue. I don't really know how the system works, but it's not like it's gonna say, oh, well, they must be right, we'll just take it down without looking at it. No, the odds of the video getting taken down are the same no matter who flags it, because it's not based on who flags it, it's about the video itself, whether it violates the community guidelines or not. So the most that would happen is a YouTube hero flags a video, maybe it gets pushed to the front of the review queue or something like that, but it doesn't matter because all flagged videos get reviewed anyway. Even if one person flagged it, it's gonna get reviewed. So it's not like, oh, it's more likely to get reviewed even. It's just gonna get reviewed the same. Another concern people say is, well, who's gonna keep an eye on these YouTube heroes? They have all this power to flag these videos and get them taken down. Who's gonna watch them if they're the ones taking the videos down? I've seen videos saying, oh, well, we can keep these YouTube heroes in check. How about every percentage of videos they flag gets double checked? Meanwhile, they don't realize that every video they flag gets double checked. That's what a flag is. And it's important to know that anyone who goes to join this program is gonna be judged based on their accuracy in the first place. So it's not like anyone can just join up and start flagging a bunch of videos. No, they're gonna be individually looked at. And of course, if they start flagging all these malicious videos incorrectly, then yeah, they're gonna probably get kicked out or not gonna have access to the tool anymore. Now let's talk about the whole mass flagging thing. I will say that the video announcing YouTube heroes probably was not worded correctly. I don't think they should have said mass flagging, because that really suggests that you can just flag hundreds and hundreds of videos immediately and get them taken down. That's not really what happens. The flagging tool basically just lets you report more videos faster more than once at a time. So it's not like it's some mass flag tool to take down a ton of videos at once. It just allows you to flag more than one video at a time to make it quicker and more efficient. And you might be thinking, why do they need a mass flagging tool? Why does that exist in the first place? It is so abusable. Well, we already talked about why abuse isn't really an issue. All flags are reviewed. And even if they are taken down incorrectly, by the way, you can appeal it, of course. So back to the mass flagging tool, why would you need this? Well, all you have to do is look at hundreds of spam videos uploaded every single minute. I want you to do an exercise for me. Go onto YouTube and do a search for full episode and search by last hour and most recent upload. Do that filter and you will see the hundreds and hundreds of spam videos that are uploaded every second by these bots. You don't even understand how fast these bots upload the same spam video with the same description, the same, oh, this video's been taken down, but you can go to this link and click the video. We see all these, and yeah, they're pretty obviously spam, so you click on all of them at once and then flag them all at the same time. And if you didn't have that tool, it would be such a pain in the neck and we would never be able to keep up with all the spam videos because they're already being able to upload way faster than we can flag it even with these tools. Now you might think, okay, well, even if that's true, it's too easy to get the mass flagging tool. Even if that's true, someone might just go and abuse it and use it on whatever. Okay, here's the thing. It's not like you get instant access to this. First of all, from what I understand, all YouTube Hero applications are reviewed individually. It's not like you can just sign up and instantly get in. It's not like everyone's admitted. From what I understand, they look, in terms of trying to figure out if you're accepted or not, they look at what you've already done, and if you have a history of accurately flagging videos, then they're probably gonna let you in. If you have a history of contributing subtitles, that sort of thing. But if you have a brand new account, or you've never flagged a video in your life and you go to apply to this, you're probably not gonna get in, I would assume. Then after you do get in, you have to work your way up. You have to get like hundreds of these points. And it's not like you get a point for every flag, it's a point for every correct flag. So it's not in your best interest to be flagging all sorts of stuff, because even if you do, just to pad your numbers, when you get to the point of trying to request access to the flagging tool, I assume it requests access, then they're gonna say, no, you suck at flagging, you're not accurate at all, no way. Another thing people keep bringing up is abuse of the copyright system. They're like, oh, this is gonna be abused just like the copyright system. They should fix the copyright system. It doesn't even work, and now they're gonna use this community guideline system. Okay, first of all, I need to point out that the copyright system is completely separate. Flaggers and heroes have nothing to do with the copyright system. That is all US law based on the DMCA. We are not able to flag for copyright at all. Only the copyright owner is able to do that. Another thing that people are understandably concerned about is the whole recent advertiser-friendly controversy. They're thinking, oh, well, all these flaggers are just gonna flag all these videos to try and get them unmonetized. Here's the thing. The community guidelines and the advertiser-friendly guidelines are completely separate things. The advertiser-friendly guidelines, you could be the worst, most advertiser-unfriendly video ever. You could be talking about really stuff that just advertisers would hate to advertise on, but it's still well within the community guidelines and it's fine to talk about. Also, if I had to guess, I would guess that the advertiser-friendly guidelines determination for each video would be algorithmically based, a bot that just checks for certain keywords. I don't think, or I don't know as far as I've ever heard, that reviewers check for advertiser-friendly guidelines. I think that's totally based on your tags, title, all that sort of stuff. So don't worry about your video getting demonetized by these flaggers. It's gonna be community guidelines, that's the point of it. Another argument people are making, which is kind of a valid argument if you think about it at first, but is ultimately unfounded, is that with all these new flaggers, there's gonna be a lot more false flags. People are gonna be flagging all these new videos, there are gonna be more false flags. Here's the thing though, there are already a ton of false flags. If you look at the average population, YouTube has said that about 33%, a third of the general population flags correctly. So out of every single flag, out of the millions and millions of flags that people make every single day on YouTube, a third of them are correct. However, trusted flaggers in the Trusted Flagger program, and therefore the YouTube Heroes program, have over 90% accuracy. So YouTube, first of all, is already dealing with millions of false flags. They are not gonna even notice the increase in false flags because they already have to deal with it. They already know that most of the flags that come in are just people flagging dumb stuff, whether they don't like it or they're just trolling, so they're prepared for it. They go in saying, all right, is this a real flag or some other guy just doesn't know what he's talking about? So you don't have to worry about that if you're not already worrying about some random guy flagging your video and it getting taken down. Because in all likelihood, you're way more likely to get your video taken down incorrectly by a flag that is from just some random guy than a trusted flagger. And even if that does happen, you can appeal it and explain why it is, and it will again get reviewed and put back up. Now, the next thing I keep seeing is that people are saying, oh, well, all these social justice warriors are just gonna go out and flag all these videos and try to get them taken down because they don't like it. Meanwhile, no, that's not gonna happen. Even if they get into the program, even if they get access to the trusted flagging tool, nothing is gonna happen. There's nothing stopping them from flagging videos now individually that they don't like, and it's not gonna have any more effect whether they flag it quicker or not. So you don't even have to worry about these people getting into the program in the first place. They'll just be removed very quickly before you even notice anything. You won't even notice anything because I'm sure a lot of your videos, if you have any reasonable number of views on your videos, they've probably already been flagged. People are treating this like no one's been able to flag a video before. If you have like even hundreds of views on a video, you have to assume that that's been flagged just by trolls alone. You have to assume that it's been flagged. Every time you go to upload a video, you should be assuming that it's gonna get flagged one way or another. And the number of flags has no impact on whether it gets taken down. It's not like videos are automatically removed even if they get 1 million flags. As a matter of fact, from what YouTube has said, the most flagged video in history is a Justin Bieber video, and of course it's still up. Number of flags has nothing to do with the video taken down. That's a complete myth. It's incorrect. Whether you get 1 flag or 100, it's gonna be reviewed the same. So if you're gonna be worried about anyone false flagging your videos, it's not the trusted flaggers to be worried about, it's the random trolls coming along to your video and thinking they don't like you and flagging it incorrectly. And you should not be worried about false flags anyway, because even if it's false and it gets reviewed, it's not gonna get taken down. In a vast majority of cases, every once in a while, of course, there's gonna be human error, and that's what the appeal is for. Which brings me to my next point. People think and have this idea of the YouTube heroes that, oh, they're just gonna, all they do is take down videos. That's all they do. Meanwhile, we have helped countless people get their channel and videos back up when mistakes have been made. People who have gotten hijacked and they posted on the forums, they have no idea what to do. They can't contact YouTube, they have no access to their account. We bring that to YouTube's attention and say, hey, this person needs help, and then they get the help they need from whatever team at YouTube deals with that. So we help people bring their channels and videos back up if we think they have been falsely flagged. People post in the forums all the time. They say, hey, look at this video, it got taken down, I appealed it, it has nothing to do with anything against the community guidelines, and based on their description of what the video was, I will say, hey, person at YouTube, which is one of the benefits of being a YouTube hero. At one level, you can contact YouTube employees. You say, hey, this person describes this video, it doesn't sound like it's against the community guidelines. Can you take a look at it? And I have seen countless times where they said, yeah, I don't know why this video got taken down. It's a really rare mistake. Maybe they didn't appeal it well or something like that, and they just restored it. And if a channel got taken down, for example, same thing. People say, my channel got taken down, it's been hijacked. We say, hey, this person needs help. So we do help people as well. It's not all, I'm just gonna crawl through the web and just look for videos to take down. It's not like that at all. Now, one metaphor or analogy that I saw people using is that YouTube heroes is like giving everyone a badge and a gun and telling them to police themselves. That is completely the wrong metaphor. Here's a better metaphor. Think of it in real life. If you see something wrong, what do? A crime, you call the police, which is like flagging a video. You call the police and say, hey, I see something that you need to check out. That's what a flag basically is. You don't worry about people calling the police and saying, I'm gonna call the police on them, so that means he's automatically gonna get arrested. No, because we know that's not how it works. People call the police all the time for stupid reasons. The police go and check it out, and if there's nothing wrong, if it was an incorrect or misleading phone call, they don't do anything about it. It's the same deal here. Now, the YouTube Heroes program, you might think that that is like, oh, well, that's just giving everyone a badge to take videos down now. No, the police are still the only people that are allowed to arrest people, just like YouTube are still the only people who are allowed to take down videos. The YouTube Heroes program is like if the police notice that out of all the people calling, there are a small number of people who disproportionately correctly call about crimes. They say, wow, these people are really accurate, and every time they call, we're pretty sure they're right, so we're probably gonna check that stuff out first. But it's not like they're gonna say, oh, well, this person's right every time, we're gonna go arrest that person without even looking. And if we use the same analogy for the mass flagging tool, it's not like the police are just giving someone a tool that lets them automatically arrest a bunch of people at once. No, it's more like if you see a bunch of crimes going on at once, it lets you report them all at once instead of having to make an individual phone call for every single crime that you see going on simultaneously. So YouTube always has the final say. They review everything equally. It's all based on the community guidelines, and there's no special powers for the YouTube Heroes. Now, I think that covers all the flagging stuff, but there are other things people have been saying about the program in general. One of the things is the contributions for closed captions. People are saying, well, what's stopping someone from just submitting all these fake captions? The important thing to know is that every time someone submits a caption, it is reviewed by the uploader. It's not like it's automatically put on the video. And you might be thinking, well, what if they submit fake captions in another language? Well, there's a nifty tool when you go to review the captions that have been submitted. You can use Google Translate and get a general idea of what those words are. So if you see words that have nothing to do with the video, it's clearly not a correct translation, you can reject it and it will never make it onto that video. And even if there are some things that are incorrect, there's actually the ability for other people to edit the closed captions and submit edits to be reviewed by the uploader and say, this isn't exactly correct. So if there is something wrong with it, again, you can have people fix it, but nothing gets posted automatically unless the creator who originally uploaded the video double checks it first. And finally, one of the arguments I see people making against the YouTube Heroes thing is they're saying YouTube is just outsourcing their work and making people work for free so they don't have to do as much work. No, that's actually the exact opposite of the YouTube Heroes program. As I already mentioned, all flags are reviewed by YouTube. So if they get more people flagging videos to clean up YouTube, they have to review more flags. It's not less work for them, it's more work. So if they wanted to reduce their workload, this is not the thing to do because they have to review more flags. They're not automatically taking videos down. We already know that they review every flag. And as a trusted flagger, I know this firsthand, and it's what YouTube has been saying all along, but for some reason, people don't believe it. All flags are reviewed by humans, guys. Now, of course, yes, on rare occasions, there are mistakes and a video might be taken down when it shouldn't have been. That's what the appeal thing is for. You're able to appeal, so you're able to explain why this shouldn't have been taken down. You're able to add more context, and then it will be reviewed again in the context of your explanation. So if it is taken down incorrectly, it'll almost certainly be put back up. And even if after the appeal, it is not put back up somehow, some way, then there are still options you can do. All monetized creators, if you monetize a video, you might not know this, you have access to real human support at YouTube. You can email creator support. They announced this feature this year at VidCon. All people who monetize videos have access to human support at YouTube. So if you even appeal a video and it's still down and you're sure that it doesn't violate anything, you can submit a request to them to have them look at it even again. And even if you don't have access to that support, you can go in the Google product forums for YouTube and you can post a thread, and a top contributor like myself, I'm also a top contributor in the forum, we will take a look at it, and if you give a good case like, yeah, this person really thinks that their video shouldn't have been taken down, it was appealed and was rejected, we can still, again, give that and escalate it to the YouTube employees where they can take a look at it again. So YouTube Heroes are certainly not just about getting videos taken down. It's about helping YouTube and making it a good website and helping the users in general. That may include flagging spam, pornography, malicious fake download videos, all that sort of stuff. And it also includes helping people out in the forums who are having trouble with some feature or a glitch or a video being taken down and they need help. It's not just about taking things down, it's about being a helpful contributor. So finally, before I wrap this up, the last thing I wanna say is that these programs in the YouTube Heroes program have existed for years. The Trusted Flaggers have existed for years. YouTube hasn't melted down as a result. It's actually been a huge success. The Top Contributor program has existed even longer than that, I believe. If you go in the Google product forums, you'll see people answering questions just because they want to help. It's not like they're doing this for pay. So the way I see it is the YouTube Heroes program is not for people who just want to go and flag a bunch of videos and have a bunch of power, because there's no additional power. And if someone does it for that reason, they're going to quickly realize that there's nothing special about it. I think the YouTube Heroes program is for people who have already been contributing to YouTube for a long time, and this is just a way for YouTube to give back to those people who are already helping. So hopefully you guys can see through all the BS from people who have no idea what they're talking about. I know from firsthand, this is what the YouTube Heroes program is all about. It actually is, oh my gosh, for people who want to help. Hopefully I was able to explain things that make sense and dispel a lot of the myths and the nonsense that people have been saying. And yeah, it's fun to make fun of YouTube. A lot of people, I'm sure, have been just regurgitating the same arguments about the YouTube Heroes program just so they can get a lot of views. And it's important that you remember that, because yeah, I could easily go out and get a bunch of views by saying, ha ha ha, YouTube Heroes sucks, but no, I'm gonna make a video that gets way less views because people don't want to hear the truth. So I hope this video is helpful. For those of you who stuck around at least, hopefully you got something out of it. If you changed your mind, that is great. I'd love to hear what you guys think. If you have any other questions, let me know down in the comment section. I might not be able to read all the questions, but I'm sure there are people who will be able to answer that. And if you did like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. And I guess if you even disliked it, you still don't agree, feel free to rate it that way as well. If you guys want to keep watching and check out some other videos, I'll put some links right here. You can click on those annotations, even if you're on a phone. It's a new type, so that should be cool. Hopefully you'll enjoy those. I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys, either here on YouTube or on Twitter as well. I'm there looking at it all the time. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, even though I started to lose my voice, I think. But anyway, have a good one.